All right, so the first thing I'm going to do after I got the PDF in is I'm going to go to my layers from my CAD file, and I'm going to turn on the utility structure, utility line, the storm structure, and I think that should be, looks like it. I mean, I can turn on the electrical, and we could do that as well, but I'm going to focus just on this storm information. So by turning that on, you'll see that it creates or brings in this line work here for these structures. So what I'm going to do is just temporarily I'm going to turn off the images. One thing to note, if you go to the select on the image, so I know this is my page 7, which was the one I just brought in, and I go to properties. What I can do is go to the Project Explorer, pick on that image, then go to properties, and I can rename this to drainage plan so that I can see that one. Go back to my Explorer, pick on this other image, go to its properties, and I can call this grading plan. That way it makes it a lot easier for me to turn them back on. So when I go to my view filter manager, I'm going to temporarily turn off those so I can see these a little bit better. So it looks like there's a bunch of lines here on the structures. All I want is this box, this rectangle, or the square here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold my control key down, and I'm going to shift select these objects, because these are the structures that I'm going to have to stake out. Now I can use the box or the circle or select both. And we can do this as well. I mean, if we want to come in and select these structures, we can do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my properties tab under my layer, and we'll go ahead and we'll create a new layer here. And again, this is going to be stakeout. So I'm going to come in and put an STK dash storm. Right, so storm, and we'll just go structures. And we'll go ahead and set this to a color that we want. So maybe we use this in a bluish color here. And again, we can set a thickness if we want. I'm going to protect it because I want to save this later. And we'll create a new category for our utilities. So I'll come in here, give it a new layer, or a new layer group. Close. And now we've moved those objects. Now, should have storm structures. See, the color is this 51, 51, 51. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go back to my layer filter, and I'm going to turn off my stakeout so it leaves just utilities. I'll do a Windows select, go back to properties, and my color, I'm just going to set it to by layer, and then that will pick up whatever layer the color is. And now I can come back and deselect, and now you can see I've changed those. So now I can come in here, and if I want, I can do the same thing with the pipe. I can come in here, hold my control key down, select all these lines, which are going to be my pipes. And again, we can do all that roof drain stuff as well, but I'm just going to focus on this piece here. And go back to properties, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a new layer. And again, you don't necessarily have to create and separate the pipes and structures. It's just something that I'm used to doing. So storm pipe, and same thing, we're going to set that to probably this dark kind of bluish color. Oops. Okay, we'll protect it, and I'm going to put it into that layer group. I mean, I could put a thickness. I'm just going to skip that piece, and we'll close that. Okay, so now I can elevate these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my drainage plan, and I'm going to elevate these structures. And I'm going to show you that in the next video.